step siblings. How do you feel about the fact that you're heavily fetishized and peen? And in what ways has it affected your life? Hi Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will get sick. Some family friends of ours were step siblings as teens. They actually started dating in their late 20s. They're both really great and we're all glad to see them together honestly. I went to their wedding. Top tier party. Amusingly enough, a few years after they got married, their parents, in their 60s, divorced, so they're not really step siblings at all anymore. Also good choice of top comment. Slightly related, my wife is a twin. But no matter how much Twin Peen I watch, I just cannot get into her brother at all. Mayo that ending. Friends of mine from when I was in high school started dating. They were together for like a year before her dad and his mum started dating. Thankfully for them they were both adults by that time. My friends are still together and have a house together now. Their parents broke up. I had a co-worker who was married for 15 years when her father and her husband's mother ended up getting married. So now she is married to her stepbrother. I wonder if she's ever said "What are you doing, stepbro?" to her husband. No, you're my stepbrother. We can't. Just the tip, I promise. It has had no effect on my life except that now I'll greet my stepbrother with "What are you doing, stepbro?" and we'll both get a good chuckle out of it. Just a chuckle? No boner? I bet they both get a boner. It's fine as long as they say no homo. No chromo. I went to school with a guy and girl who were step siblings and everyone knew they were sleeping together. It was all anyone could talk about when she came up pregnant, and it was even more awkward when the baby wasn't her stepbrother's. That moment when your stepsister cheats on you. That's rough. Some people like it rough. That's rough, buddy. Every time my stepsister gives me a blowjob now it's all awkward. Thanks, Peen Hub. My step siblings are circa 20 years older than me and I am very grossed out now you have made me think about it. My parent adopted a dog and it tries to hump my leg if that counts. It counts. You filthy mutt. Stepdog. But you're my dog. Dog. Stepdog. What are you doing, stepdoge? I had a co-worker that dated his stepsister. They were already dating when their parents met and then started dating. There was a standoff about which couple needed to stop dating and the parents won. They eventually got married and now he will tell people he slept with his stepsister. In a situation like this I seriously don't understand the problem for the future step siblings to continue to date. They aren't related and didn't grow up, live as siblings. All the weirdness is just made up. My stepsister, 11, is much younger than me, 17, and so when she approached me one time and said "What are you doing, stepbro?" you can imagine my shock and how shook I felt. She said it as a joke, but now knowing what she watches will not leave my mind. You can assume she's watching some YouTuber who probably did comment about these things, or maybe did a joke about this, and maybe she did think it was a fun thing to say. Yay, she's 11. Probably doesn't even know exactly what it means and is just parroting it. A11 is around the time most preteens start watching Peen or start getting exposed to it. Back before the age of high-speed internet and readily accessible Peen, my friend was able to print off pictures of Pam Anderson nude when we were 10. We'd all gather at recess and marvel at peak Pam. I can't imagine what it would be like nowadays with the internet. Especially since most kids are more tech savvy than their parents and can get around any parental blocks. My stepsister ironically says "What are you doing, stepbro?" to piss me off. She has now seen this post and is not happy with me. Also, I am not commenting on whether my stepsister is hot. At least she doesn't pretend to be stuck under a bed or in a washing machine. Just move forward, Sarah. I don't know where the water is. My step-sibling identifies the genre as a cultural warfare psyop and ignores it. Both of my step-siblings are the same Shreks as me and I am not gay. Also, I have only ever met them twice, maybe 3 times. They live almost 1,000 miles from me. It was almost a decade since the last time I saw either one of them. Next time I see them someone is getting fricked. Ha ha ha. Good plan. I wish you luck on your endeavor. That took a freaking turn. LOL'd. I am straight male and have a 20-year younger straight step brother. So, there is nothing. I also have a stepmom, but, no, just no. Seriously, even without being related by blood, she is my mom. And I am interested in her as much as in my real mom. Which is not at all, to clarify that for all the perverts. And I am interested in her as much as in my real mom. Freud wants to know your location. I always assumed that this bizarre trend started solely because actual incest might be illegal in several countries, so peen producers had to find an excuse to don't lose the audience that's into that. Interesting. And then after that, it sort of caught on? It seems to be really popular right now. I can't go onto the front page of peen sites without seeing step-sibling parent videos trending. I wonder what the psychological reasons behind this are. Ease of access. Quickly establish a relationship between two characters. Moral gray area, it's taboo. So more exciting. Not that I'm into it, but I can think of several reasons why someone would be. Fair enough. It's fetish enough to get traction with the drive that's into that, and normal enough that people into more vanilla peen can still watch it. Instant success. Well, once I was stuck and I had to ask my stepbro to help me and he wouldn't, because he watched too much peen. Wait, like how? Head in washing machine, kitchen cabinet and ass out? I know some people who were dating in high school, then their parents started dating, then they lived together. Awkward. That would be very awkward. Especially if they went through a breakup while still having to live together. I'm not sure what would be more awkward, if they stayed together or if they broke up. Power move. Stay together and freak louder while making eye contact with the parents. Why would the parents be there? I don't bang my stepsisters, so can't say it's had any effect in my life. Yet. Not sibling, but parent. My stepdad tried to come on to me. I ran away a year ago and never looked back. That sucks. I hope things are better for you now. That's great and all, but are you doing okay? To say leaving your whole life, including documents and such proving your existence behind this tough, is an understatement. I'm doing alright. I've been worse. Getting a new social security card was pretty easy, but birth certificate is not, so I haven't done that yet. I miss my siblings and our pets, but it was a toxic environment, so I'm glad to be out of it. Mom is still married to the pedo creep. Ugh. Peddle your case around to a family lawyer to obtain what you need. You might get lucky in that someone will do it for free to get experience, exposure. At the very least, you will get some good information of what your rights, as well as how to move forward. Being able to prove your identity is huge, and you need certain documents in order to do that. The girl I lost my virginity to was someone I met because her stepbrother was my best friend at the time. About 6 months into our relationship, I'm pretty sure they ended up sleeping together. Capital F. I'm a woman and all my step-siblings are older men. In high school I had at least 2 classmates that I remember ask me if I ever fooled around with them or thought of them as more than brothers. Freaked me the hell out, because I didn't know that this was even a fetish. I haven't had someone ask since then, because I guess most adults know better. My opinion on the peen itself is meh. It's not my thing, but I don't judge. Just don't try to bring me into that nonsense. I'd never thought about it and wish you hadn't just made me. Thanks. Just don't get stuck and you're good. A bit different than the question you asked and a little off topic, but my sister's dad married a woman and then his mom, my sister's grandma, married the women's dad while they were still married. So I get a kick out of telling people my sister's dad was at one point married to his stepsister and seeing their reactions of them saying that's weird as hell, and then I explain it to them what happened and they laugh. God, I almost got sick trying to understand whatever the frick you just said. God bless you and good luck. It's gross, but it has not affected my life. Do people actually give a shoot about the titles of peen in the age of peen hub? I think the stepbrother/sister thing is so popular only because they use hot peensters. I also don't ever watch any of the story shoot. Skip to the PR0N. The story is the only part I watch. The storyline is effective not because people apply it to their own step siblings, but because it's someone I shouldn't be attracted to. But technically it's fine. But also technically we both have to keep it a secret. But we are both consenting adults, so it's just secret banging with no strings attached. I personally shut it off as soon as they start taking off their clothes. I'm just here to see fully clothed lemon stealing whores. My best friend was sleeping with his stepsister for 2 years. The parents found out and the sister had to go live with her mum. I still ask him how his sister is doing just to get a reaction. He should have told his stepdad, "Hey, you're freaking my mum. Why can't I frick your daughter?" Okay Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will get sick.